All right, we're excited now to be joined by Matt Miller from ESPN. Matt, thanks for sitting down with us again this year. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the hard work you put in trying to guide us. We're used to being on the top of the draft, and now all of a
little
sudden,
different scenario this year than when we sat down last year.
Right. Yeah. It's like it's going to be these three guys. Which one of it's going to be? But I'm just curious, your perspective, 31st overall. A lot of talk about the edge class, the edge need for the Patriots.
Yeah.
How do you see it lining up there?
I think it marries really well, honestly. You know, the edge classes, we'll see 6 players, maybe 7 go in the first round. This might be kind of the floor for that, right? Of where that edge talent drops off. So many people are going to talk about the guys at the top, Ruben Bain, David Bailey, Arvell Reese. We know they're going to go probably in the top 10. But there's really good depth. You get to T.J. Parker from Clemson, Zion Young from Missouri, R. Mason Thomas from Oklahoma. There are really good players that are going to be in that back end that still fit what Vrabel's looking for at edge rusher.
You say like what Vrabel's looking for. After watching this team this year, I'm like, I know what Vrabel's looking for.
Yeah.
He wants guys that play with their hair on fire.
Yep.
You know, Mesidor, you mentioned R. Mason Thomas, another guy that seemed to play with that style. But if it wasn't edge there, you know, because sometimes I feel like you're at the end of the first round, you're kind of waiting to see where does the value get pushed down? And maybe it's not a need that everybody's talking about, but, you know, maybe the tight end, you know, from Oregon, Sadiq Falls, like somebody like that. Is there, you know, a position group maybe you could see getting pushed down where there might be some value that people aren't talking about?
Yeah,
right
I mean,
now?
definitely. I think wide receiver is one where, again, 6 players might go in the first round. If one of those slips through the cracks, it feels like that happens every year where we see a player's like, oh, there's this guy go top 20. And then they end up being there. You know, that every year for the Chiefs, it feels like that would be the player we would mock to them. So I think this could be the year for wide receivers where someone like Denzel Boston from Washington, Omar Cooper from Indiana, one of those guys maybe slips through the cracks and they're 31. And I think the lesson from, you know, the Patriots dynasty and then the Chiefs dynasty is that to sustain those, you should just draft the best player available. Don't reach for need, because if you miss, if you go into the first round and say we have to get an edge, then you miss, you've hurt yourself so badly. Whereas if you're drafting best player available in every round and you miss, it's okay, because in the second round maybe that guy is a starter. Maybe in the third round that guy is. So I think the lesson and listen, Elliott Wolf, Mike Vrabel know this very, very well. Best player available is the way to go.
I mean, that's what when we saw the decline in, you know, after 18, 19, I mean, even in 18 it felt like they won the Super Bowl, but the talent was declining. Missed drafts, missed high-round picks, and now you start to stack some of those. Vrabel, heard from him earlier up on the podium. He mentioned the tight end class, that he kind of liked it. I mean, I mentioned Sadiq. I know he's kind of the top guy, but, you know, it seems like there are some other options there, maybe for day 2, day 3. Anybody that stands out to you that you like that maybe Patriots fans should keep an eye on?
Yeah, I think the cool thing about this tight end class, and it's deep, especially on day 3, is that there are a lot of different types of tight ends. You know, if you want to go with more of that athletic move tight end, Eli Stowers from Vanderbilt is going to give you that. If you want more of your classic inline, you know, when you think about Mike Vrabel, what type of tight end? Like Max Clare from Ohio State.
Sure.
You know, it's going to be that Joe Royer from Cincinnati, Jack Indries from Texas. Those guys are probably going to be 4th-round picks, but they have that inline ability. They have the toughness to be an impact in the run game, and then they're going to give you a little bit of something as a pass catcher as well.
So, Matt, just a big overall question. Who are your favorite guys this year? Just, you know, no needs, no teams, just guys. When you watch, you're like, hey, this is fun. This is why I do what I do.
Well, Jeremiah Love is an easy answer, the running back from Notre Dame. But I think getting outside of, you know, an obvious player, D'Angelo Ponce from Indiana, Keontae Scott from Miami, 2 nickel corners, like pound for pound toughest guys in the draft class, even though they're like 5'10", 185 pounds. We saw them throughout the college football playoff. Their impact is blitzers off the edge. Their impact in coverage. Those are the guys that make it fun, where you're looking at a player that's, you know, maybe wasn't a 5-star recruit, maybe didn't go, you know, to Georgia, Ohio State, Texas. You know, guys that, and like with Pons, you know, he was at Indiana before Indiana was cool. So to watch him stay with the Hoosiers and kind of define that team with his toughness and how, you know, underrated he's been, those are the players that make my job fun.
Yeah, sorry, I was just having flashbacks to Devin Witherspoon in the Super Bowl coming off the edge there for a second.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. Go get your own version of that, right?
I like it. Well, Matt, thank you so much again, and we'll see you next year.
Sounds great. Thanks.
Yeah, Matt Miller, everybody.